How you doing, Kelly?
It's been better.
What do you got?
There's a bar down the street. My man's there.
Let's go talk to him. Tommy!
Yeah. What the hell's going on?
It's all right, he's with me.
I told you to come alone.
We can trust him. He'll keep you out of it, Kelly.
No way, the deal's off.
Come on, Kelly, I need backing on this.
Oh, no go?
Sorry, Tom.
Oh, well, what do you expect? Can't expect somebody to talk about Joe Latimer in front of strangers.
Look, if he only tells me, what good's it gonna do? I'm the one who's running against the guy. It's gotta get out where people can see it and believe it.
All right, I'm flattered, so where to now?
He was taking me to meet someone. Said the guy was in a bar around the corner. Maybe I know him.
Wait a minute. We're gonna go up to some guy. Excuse me, you wouldn't have to have some information on Joe Latimer you'd like to share with us? Tony. You sure this Kelly's on the level?
Who the hell's on the level in this business? Come on. It's all sweetheart deals, Tommy. Every bit of it. And unless I can prove that to the man, Latimer's got this damn local thrown up another 2 years.
Please, gentlemen. Excuse me, could you please wait?
We're gonna have to talk with him. It's police business.
I'm sure. Wait till I'll be out in a few minutes.
Nurse Rogers, 247.
Never get involved in your own stories. That's what they say. Except I know Tony Bono 12 years. And he's taking on Joe Latimer for control of the biggest, richest, most violent local in the air cargo industry. How do you stay on the sidelines? When the shooting starts, there are no sidelines.
Dr. King, what's your reception?
Do you think I'll ever be able to play the violin again?
Be happy you can joke about it. You are a very lucky man.
Dr. Siegel, 240. Dr. Cordia.
Okay, we'll be keeping in touch with you, Doctor. Thanks a lot for your help. Yeah.
See Mr. Kirkwood now.
Thank you. Can't leave you alone for a minute.
Can't be all that bad. You still got your boots on.
There you go, Lazarus.
How's Tony?
You got it worse. A lot worse. How you feeling? You talk for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
All right, tell us the story.
Dr. Stokes.
Uncle Joe Latimer, that's the damn story. He runs the union like he owns it.
He has for a long time. Why this all of a sudden?
Tony's running against him. Those shotguns were a paid political announcement.
Any way you can back that up?
They weren't wearing Latimer buttons, if that's what you mean.
Call 9 and
We're gonna meet this guy. He had some information about payoffs.
Who?
Kelly.
Kelly who?
I don't know, I can't remember his last name. He saw me and he just took off. It was a setup. We walked right into it.
Did you get a look at the hitman?
But Tony shot one of them. They got into a green sedan. That's all I can make out.
Looks like I'm going somewhere. All right, we'll check in with you later, all right?
Yeah, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Try not to drive him crazy around here.
Dr. Cordia to emergency.
Take care, Tommy. Air cargo supply. Would have figured there's enough money in the Star World.
Kickbacks, dues, and payoffs kind of adds up. Kevin. Yeah. How's Tommy? You know, he's too stubborn to be heard. He got a quick look at the car.
Well, let's get it out on the air. Any chance of talking to Bono?
No, he's even worse off. We'll give it a try. What the hell's going on? Who are they, you know?
Yeah, the guy on the left, that's John Parker. He was number 2 man in the Bono campaign. Also, he's a brother-in-law. Brian, this is Lieutenant Hogan. How's Tony? The people who know that are in with him right now. Patrol unit brought him in. Didn't even have time to wait for the end.
You know who's responsible for this, don't you?
Yeah, we got a few ideas. We're working on it.
Yeah, well, you should have been working on it before they gunned him down.
All right, take it easy, Mr. Parker. We'd like to know anything you can tell us about what your brother-in-law was doing.
Oh, come on.
Tony Bono and I, we see eye to eye on the same issues, but he's a good man, and I deplore this act of senseless violence. Now, we're all praying for his safe recovery. Now, of course, I imagine what's on everybody's mind is how's Tony's doing, how's his condition. Now, the doctor here can fill you in on that better than I can. John, I came as soon as I heard. We're all praying for his safe recovery. Believe me.
Your boys are losing their touch, Latimer. He's still alive.
Hey, look, Parker, don't make something out of nothing. We're just paying our respects here.
If Tony doesn't make it, I'm coming after you myself. You hear me, you son of a bitch?
I can understand.
You still got me to deal with. You hear that?
Understandable.
You keep your shotguns around, you're gonna need them.
Latimer, can you give me a minute?
Look, I know what you think of, Brian, but I didn't do it. I didn't order it. And if you want to talk to me, call my lawyer.
Wait a minute.
Where exactly are you in the upper or the lower? 557 Lennox Avenue. Apartment 5 North. 5 and North.
Of course Latimer was behind it. He had to be. It was his style all the way. Fear and intimidation. Thank you.
Light's pretty bright in here.
Oh, it's just a habit.
Now listen, you know this union inside out. So what do you know about a Benny Turkle?
Turkle? I figured it had to be some bum like him.
So what's his connection with Latimer?
He just hangs around. He's a muscle man as far as I know. You ask him.
He's dead. Found him in the backseat of a car.
Bono got off one shot, seems to have done the trick.
Some consolation, huh?
Now, there were 2 men in on this. You got any ideas who the other one was?
Anyone. Could have been anybody. Latimer's entire staff consists of gunmen, bouncers, bodyguards, whatever the hell you want to call them.
We have information that Bono was meeting someone at that bridge.
Someone he knew very well.
Yeah, that could be. I'll tell you, a lot of Joe Latimer's men are trying to help out Bono.
What kind of help?
Union stuff, sweetheart deals, things like that. That's just the kind of information they're trying to get to Bono.
Let me ask you something. Bono's candidacy, how much of a threat was it to Latimer?
It was a long shot when we started, and by no means we didn't have it won, but
the odds are getting better?
Look, I'll level with you guys. A lot of the men are fed up with Joe Latimer. They want their union back, but they're afraid to stand up to him, and that's what Tony was going to do for them.
This is crazy, Tommy. You should have stayed where you were.
Maybe you should have taken my place. Besides, they said I could go.
They thought you were going home.
I never told them that.
Yeah, but you didn't tell them you were going to go to work.
Nobody asked.
Yeah, well. You going to be okay, Tommy?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I just want this typewriter. I want everybody in the world to look at those slime balls under a microscope.
Yeah, well, don't work too hard. It's all sweetheart deals, Tommy.
When you feel the bullet hit, the first thing you think,
3 hours after he was gunned down tonight, dissident labor leader Anthony Tony Bono died on the operating table at Hawthorne General Hospital. Bono was spearheading a bitter struggle for the leadership of Local 506 of the International Air Cargo Handlers. Incumbent President Joe Latimer, whose re-election Bono was contesting, had this to say.
Look, now, Tony Bono and I didn't always see eye to eye on the same issues, but he's a good man, and I deplore this act of senseless violence. Now, we're all praying for his safe recovery.
Although he has been unavailable for comment since the shooting, insiders speculate that Bono's brother-in-law, John Parker, will continue the crusade to oust Latimer, whose 15-year career as the undisputed boss of the nation's largest air cargo union has been marked by charges of intimidation, corruption, and violence. This is Donald McAllister for WMSH News.
They got it all figured out, these bums. What do you think? I was afraid of this Bono?
I would be afraid of the guy if I was you.
Yeah, well, you're not. And he's dead.
He's a dead hero. And you can't beat a dead hero.
Hey, look, what's the matter with you? You're beginning to sound like an old lady, you know? Cool it. Everything will blow over soon.
What about the brother-in-law?
What about him?
If he decides to announce that he's going to pick up the gauntlet of the fallen martyr, we're in a lot of trouble.
He hasn't announced anything. Did you hear him announce anything?
I heard in the hospital.
It's a lot of talk. He's not on the ballot. We got a constitution. He didn't file on time.
They may try to start a floor fight to postpone the election.
Well, that's what you get the big bucks for now, isn't it, Counselor? That's not in the Constitution neither. What's this? Hey, look, O'Brien, I told you. You want to talk to me? Call my lawyer, huh?
We were told we could find him here. You mind if we talk to your client, counselor?
All right. Relax. What is it you want to know?
You know who Tommy Kirkwood is, right?
Yeah, he's a writer. He likes Bono.
And he's a pretty good friend of mine. He was ambushed tonight with Bono.
I'm sorry to hear. Maybe that's the guy you should be talking to.
You think that's funny?
What are you gonna do, arrest me?
All right, relax. Look, I don't go around killing anybody, O'Brien.
He was just supposed to bleed a little, right?
Are you charging me with something, Sonny?
We're working on it.
Well, that's your right, isn't it? Please let me know when you find out something.
What about Benny Turkle? That name ring any bells?
No, should it?
We're told he works for you.
1,200 people work in this local.
Joe, you don't have to answer these questions.
All right, what am I hiding? The guy works here, so what?
What kind of work?
How do I know? He answers the phones, delivers messages. A very big place.
We saw the message you delivered.
If you're making insinuations against anyone, I suggest you make them to them and leave Mr. Latimer alone.
Mr. Latimer said he'd talk with us. We just thought he might like to add to something we already know.
Well, I'm listening, O'Brien. From what I hear, you guys don't know nothing.
Just once. I'd like to get something out of a guy like that.
We may have something out of him, Frankie. It didn't sound to me like he knew Turkle was dead.
How about it, sir, huh? Pair of Lamborghinis, huh? Right from Italy, $5. How about it? Try them on. They're beautiful, right from Italy. Madam, try these babies on, huh? Matching set. Look at that, it goes with that jacket. That's nice. Oh, I know it's nighttime. You gotta wear them during the daytime. Hey, weren't you in the Terminator? Yeah. Lady, come on, $4. You look like you could use them. Yeah.
Hey, how much for these, Whitey?
$5.95. It's a little too pricey.
No, I've been saving up. You know those things are usually $95 a crack?
Oh, yeah, well, I get them direct. You know, deep discount prices.
Oh, that's really deep.
Look, they got no overhead either, Jambone. Hey, look, what do you guys want
What
here,
does this thing do?
What does it do? It does what it does, okay? Look, you guys come to talk or you're ruining my business here.
Now, let's talk. Benny Turkle?
You mean the late Benny Turkle?
Exactly.
Oh, well, exactly. Then what's the question? You want to guess? My guess is that somebody slipped him a deuce to whack out Bono, okay? Guess number 2, that somebody is probably Uncle Joe Latimer.
I'm not looking for guesses.
Well, look, Brian, I don't think Turkle gave him a receipt. What the hell? Give me these, will you? Just put them down.
All right. Billy Kelly. Keeping into this?
Hey, I don't know, man. It could be anything, you know?
Well, just ask around. I need more than could-be's on this.
Oh, you need more than could-be's? You need more than guesses? Well, I don't need my face broken, okay, O'Brien? And apparently that's what happens to people that stick their faces in local 506's business.
No, well, thanks a lot, Whitey. We knew we could count on you.
Yeah, anytime, Jambone. Get away. You guys are going to feel pretty awful if I disappear.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah.
And flowers.
Yeah, watch Miami Vice again. You guys are underdressing.
Mrs. Parker?
Yes?
We are police officers. Could we speak with your husband for a minute?
No, he doesn't want to see anyone.
Mrs. Parker, I know these are tough times for you, but we have to speak to him about police protection.
No.
What is it? There's a possibility of more trouble, Mr. Parker. We'd like to offer you some assistance.
We don't need any help.
You have the wife and kids, Mr. Parker.
Look, I just told you we don't need any help.
Wait a minute. The newspapers and the television are reporting that you may be running in your brother-in-law's place.
I'm not running for anything.
Well, Latimer doesn't know that, and you're still a threat to him.
I'm not a threat to anyone, and no one's a threat to me. Now get off my property.
What the hell was that about?
I don't know, but I'm not going to vote for him.
John, maybe we should have told them.
No, we can't.
John, what are we going to do? John,
Patricia,
what?
look, it's going to be all right, okay? It's going to be all right.
The IACH supported Tony Bono because he promised to give them their union back. Tony Bono is dead, murdered by forces in that union willing to use any means to resist change.
What forces in the union? Why not just say Latimer?
My publisher has a thing about being sued.
Come on, Tommy. What about all those things you used to tell us about the truth?
That's part of writing the truth. You don't go around making reckless, unsubstantiated allegations.
Every two-bit hustler knows Uncle Joe's as corrupt as they come.
Has it ever occurred to you that there ought to be a difference between a newspaper and a two-bit street hustler?
Yeah, you can buy them both for $1 on any street.
Hey, you're talking about something I take pretty seriously.
Hey, I take thugs like Latimer seriously. You just tiptoeing around because he happens to have a bunch of power.
I can't say what I can't prove.
Well, then don't write it down on there, Tom.
Take it easy.
We have another round here, Michelle.
I think I'd like to put him away if I could.
Look, what are you doing about Latimer, Frank? If you're so sure that he's the murderer, why isn't he behind bars?
You think it's that easy, huh? To walk into a place like that and grab an informant and get him to talk? We can't make an arrest if we can't prove it.
Right. Now, let me see if I've got this straight. You can't arrest Latimer because you don't have any evidence. But you think that Tommy here should convict him in the newspaper, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. When you know what's going on, you can't do anything about it. You find someone to yell at.
Yeah, especially when that somebody else happens to be too dumb to stay at home and in bed when he gets shot.
Yeah, we've got a point there. Why aren't you in bed?
The night is young.
Yeah, but you're not.
Are you starting in again?
Well, we're like old cars, right? We can take a lot more punishment.
It just gets harder to find the parts.
Really?
Listen, one thing doesn't make any sense to me. John Parker. I talked to him at the hospital. He sounded like he wanted to take Latimer apart.
Today he's not doing anything. I had my whole column blocked around John. We take over Tony's candidacy. But I've been on the phone all day talking to Tony's supporters, and the word is John's not going to do it.
We offered him protection. They slammed the door in our face.
He's probably frightened. Kevin, his brother-in-law, was just murdered.
John Parker. He's a fighter. I'd bet my life that he'd go right down to the wire against Latimer.
Well, what about his wife? She lost a brother. I mean, maybe she just wouldn't let him do it.
Patty's a fighter, too. I think she'd let John make his own decision.
Then why isn't he running?
Nothing's different, Kevin. It's still pretty damn tough to get a wiretap.
Elaine, it's also pretty damn tough to get any information on the IACH. Look at this, nothing. And we get a tap on Parker's phone, maybe that'll help us out.
The fact that he is not running in the election doesn't exactly make him a prime suspect in my book.
I'm not saying he's a prime suspect. I'm just saying there is something going on. So if Latimer calls him up and threatens him, maybe we'll get lucky and hear that.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. But I'm going to need a very friendly judge.
Thanks.
That's what you got those beautiful long legs for.
I don't work that way.
That's not what it says in the men's room wall.
Your taste in literature is improving, Jambon. Maybe next week you'll graduate to candy wrappers.
Davey,
Yeah.
the hell did they choose this place?
Well, it's only 3 blocks away from the Parker house.
Where?
In here.
Hey,
How's it going? How you doing?
Great. Madeline got pregnant by Gabe, and Mario thought the baby was his. My sandwich. Condolence calls mostly. 2 of them wondered why he wouldn't see anyone. One of them got a little heated, but most of them seem legit anyway.
All right, keep on it.
Oh, that was a charming visit. Where are you going?
Well, we're gonna have to shake the trees and beat the bushes.
I know, why don't you stay here, huh? Shake the trees and beat the bushes.
And then you never find out if Madeline had her baby.
Ha, ha, ha.
I just wanted to let you know how sorry I am about Tony.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Look, I've been meaning to come over and see you, but, you know, with Tony and the funeral and all.
It's all right. It's all right. I know how you feel. He's going to be missed, John. I'm out of the hospital now. I wonder if I could come by and see you and Pat.
I'd rather you didn't. We're all kind of upset right now, so...
Don't hang up, John. I heard stories that you weren't going to run against Latimer.
Come on, Tom. Now, what is this, an interview?
Are they true? John? John.
Lay off, man. You're wasting your time.
Say, man, I work by the hour. Don't worry about my time.
You getting anywhere?
No, not much. Bits and pieces. Just turn over the rocks, see what crawls out.
Well, don't keep them around too long. It lowers the tone of the place. If it were possible.
Of course, you don't know anybody named Kelly. It's a very unusual name.
Cut them loose before the lawyers start screaming.
Oh, I wouldn't want that. All right, golden boy. Don't you tell me your whereabouts for the last 36 hours. Talk to my lawyer.
I just wanted to tell you how sorry I am about Tony.
Thanks, Angela. I appreciate it. I have to get back to you.
What the hell's going on?
Hey, look, I put the word out. Nobody's heard of this Kelly guy, okay? I got a feeling this guy is lying real low.
No, keep looking. You got any idea what's going on down the Union?
Hey, O'Brien, hey, what the hell? How much do I have to do for you guys, huh?
How much can you do?
All right, word is out that Parker's turned yellow, okay?
Where'd you hear that?
I heard it, man. It's a tough local. If you're gonna go up against Uncle Joe, man, you gotta get ready to slug it out, all right? And from what I hear, Parker's not even shadow boxing, you hear me?
Whitey, it's hardly a scoop. Now, you got any idea why?
Hey, look, maybe the guy didn't like the sight of his brother-in-law with big holes in him. You know what I'm saying?
You come up with something harder, you give us a call.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I got nothing better to do with my time.
Listen, Whitey. Thanks for the sunglasses.
$1. Chamboni, they're Lamborghinis. You know what I'm saying? $100 is what they're worth.
What about those deep discount prices?
All right, give me another $1. We'll call it even.
You should go home, Tommy.
No.
Well, at least use my office. There's a couch.
No.
I hate nights like this.
What kind of night is it?
Long. My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
What the hell are you doing here?
My typewriter needed a new ribbon. How's the investigation going?
We're stalled.
Need a push?
We need dinner.
Listen, I was thinking over what you said about Latimer. I don't think he did it.
How do you figure that?
Well, what has he got to gain by killing Tony?
Gets rid of an opponent.
Does he? He'd probably win the election anyway.
No, that's crazy. Of course Latimer ordered the hit.
No, let him finish.
Everybody assumes that Latimer's behind it. I mean, even if you can't prove it, Uncle Joe is guilty in everybody's mind.
So, where does that leave us?
The old tyrant may be corrupt, but Latimer isn't stupid. I mean, he has everything to lose and nothing to gain by killing Tony. Hell, he's turned him into a martyr.
And then Parker steps in and wins the election.
Now, just a minute. Doesn't make any sense to kill Bono and leave Parker alive.
But what if Uncle Joe knew Parker wouldn't do anything? How can you know that?
He could if they were in it together.
Are you saying that John Parker made a deal with Latimer and set up his own brother-in-law? Hell, I don't believe it.
You said Latimer didn't do it? I'm just telling you how he could have.
Can I get you anything? Coffee?
What?
Coffee?
Yeah, thanks.
Please, I want to talk to her.
Who is this? Now, what do you want? Please let me talk to my daughter.
That's enough for today. Maybe we'll call tomorrow.
Hey, Stevie, listen to this.
Your daughter's doing just fine. You make sure your husband stays out of the election. You'll see the kid again.
I want my mommy and daddy.
If your mommy and daddy want to see you again, they'll do as they're told.
All right, gentlemen, looks like we've got a kidnapping on our hands.
Well, that sure explains why they didn't want our help.
Oh, explains a lot. Question is, what's our next move?
Grab Latimer, lean on him.
That's assuming Latimer has the kid.
Well, who else?
There's a lot of players, Frankie. Could be any one of his people.
What difference does that make? We're not going to just let them play out their hand, are we?
I'm sure they told Parker not to bring in the police.
We're in it. What the hell do you want us to do? Sit back like we're not?
Okay.
All right, let's cool it. What have you been thinking, Kevin?
Well, Stevie's got a point. They must have told Parker not to bring in the police, but we're in it. So now that we're in it, maybe we can get the Parkers to cooperate.
You want another crack at him?
Well, they slammed the door in our faces. Let's send them a new face.
I'm not waiting any longer.
You don't have to.
Time was when you wouldn't keep me waiting so long, Phil.
Times changed, Joe.
Maybe not as much as you think, Phil.
It's changed, Joe. Everything's changed.
Nothing's changed. Okay, look. You and I know that these little personal differences don't mean a damn thing. When it comes right down to it, we should only care what's good for the membership, right?
Of course. What else would we think about?
Like Parker, what he's planning tonight, believe me, it's not gonna work. So why don't you and I come to a little arrangement so everybody comes out with a little something, eh? Like the old days.
Like what?
Well, like I need a vice president. And, I was thinking that Parker would like the job.
Vice president? The way I see it, Joe, we got a good shot at the whole piece of pie. Why should we settle for scraps?
Maybe you got a shot, maybe you don't. But with me, you got a sure thing. After all, nobody's gonna live forever. And when I retire, somebody has to move in, no?
That's true. Somebody has to take over.
Look, a floor fight would tear up this union. We don't want that, do we, Phil? Come on.
You always think about your boys, huh, Joe?
Damn right. I always did. I always will.
All right. I'll think about it.
Good. I know that you and John would do the right thing, the sensible thing. Thank you.
I said I'd think about it. For the good of the union. Right?
Of course.
Mrs. Parker?
Listen, you'll have to
I'm
go
with the
away.
police. We've come to help you get your daughter back.
Come in. Thank you. John, she's from the police. They know about Laura.
Mr. Parker, we think we have a lead on where they're holding your daughter.
Who the hell told you to come here? Now they're gonna kill her for sure!
Mr. Parker, we have a lot of experience with kidnapping.
Experience? Do you want to know what they said to me? Huh? I'll tell you what they said. Don't forget what happened to your brother-in-law. If you don't do exactly as we say, the same thing happens to your little girl.
You are fooling
now get
yourself
out.
if you
Get
think
out
they're
of
going
here.
to let her go, Mr. Parker, because they're not. You have got to trust us.
John, we have to trust them. We have to trust somebody.
I'll get it.
Oh, for God's sake, don't let them know who you are.
I won't.
Pat? Did I come at a bad time?
Not at all. Phil, this is
A cousin, Stephanie.
Philip Kennelly. I'm very sorry about Tony. We were very close. Very close.
Phil was Tony's right-hand man. He planned the whole campaign.
John, we need to talk.
It's okay, she's family.
Bad news, John. I just came from Latimer. As far as he's concerned, as soon as the election results are in and he wins, everyone associated with Tony is out.
Did she say anything about Laura?
Oh, Pat, for God's sake!
What about Laura?
Lord.
What about Laura?
They got Lara somewhere. They kidnapped her.
Oh, dear God. Well, how did they... When?
When they shot Tony.
I'm very sorry, Pat. Does anyone else know?
No, they told us not to tell anyone.
That explains everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything.
You have no idea where she is?
Oh, come on, Phil. If I knew anything, I wouldn't be sitting here.
I don't know what to say, John.
Puppy dogs. Get your little puppy dogs here, $5. Hey, beautiful, how about a little puppy dog here, $5.95? I'll give it to you free. How about letting me shine your leather, huh? Please?
Hi, Whitney.
Roll. Whitney. It's Whitey, honey. It's Whitey. Jeez.
What have you got, Whitney?
What do I got? What I got costs money, so please, it's all imported, huh?
All right, then. What do you want?
Shit. What I want is what you got. That costs money, too.
I heard you wanted something.
Me? No. You must have heard about someone else.
I heard you wanted to know something about Billy Kelly.
Yeah, what if I did?
You'll never guess who's having a party with Linda tonight.
Hey, Susie, thank you, honey, baby. I owe you. Thank you,
You must get something for telling who you're telling.
All right, I'll tell you what, though. These are for suckers. Here, take these. These are the real thing. There you go, huh? All right, I owe you. Hey, you'll call me about those test results, huh?
The boss says find Kelly and do it right this time. I'll stay with the kid. Hi, kid. You all right?
Come on, you ready for me?
You had your $50 worth an hour ago, buddy.
You loved it. I was great.
Sure. Give me 100 and I'll give you another hour.
100?
Overtime.
Your wife?
305. Remind me to give you a raise? Yeah, well, remind me to be out of town next time you guys need a favor, huh? Hey, O'Brien. Brian, he's got a friend of mine there. You take care of her, huh? Stall him.
What for?
Because I said so.
Well, that's the easiest money I'm gonna make all night.
Wait a minute. Wait.
What are you looking for?
Billy Kelly.
Well, I'm all alone here. Hey, beat it, okay? I'm gonna call the cops.
trying to kill me. I didn't shoot her.
Shoot who?
The broad, Linda, whatever the hell her name is.
Unit 12-7, request assistant, corner 12th and Selby.
Well, who did? I don't know. Look, it's the truth. You gotta believe me.
The girl dead up there, shot through the door.
Listen to me, Kelly. You give us some names, or we're gonna dump you out there on the street again where the people who tried to shoot you can have another crack at it.
No, you gotta believe me, man. It's the truth. I need protection. You got...
Up. Stand up. Sit up. Now listen to me, Kelly. Your girlfriend's been shot, Bono is dead, and there's a little girl been kidnapped, and you are right in the middle of it, and I don't have any more time for this.
I didn't know. All they asked me to do was set up a meeting with Bono. I didn't know he was gonna get hit.
Who?
Hillman. He's a professional killer from out of town.
And Latimer brought him in to take care of Bono?
Latimer? Latimer's got nothing to do with it. Who? Kennelly.
Bono's guy?
He's nobody's guy. They got rid of Bono. They scared off Parker.
Discredited Latimer.
I moved in.
All right. Where's Parker's kid?
I don't know. They're gonna kill me.
Wait. Now, where is she?
In a building that Kennelly owns on Armadale. In the basement. I don't know. She might be there. I don't know.
Come on. Parker?
Now, it's possible that your daughter is in a building that Kennelly owns.
Kennelly?
Well, I can't say for sure that's where she is, but it may be the only chance we got.
Do it. All aboard.
Hey, I've got a pizza here. Why not? It's good.
That's fine. Have a little more.
have decided to run for the presidency of this union. Thank you. To keep alive Tony Bono's message to the membership. Also, to carry on his wonderful ideas and beliefs in this union. Thank you, sir.
We wish you luck, sir.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank
Where there's money to be made, you'll always find a Latimer or a Kennelly. Maybe someone comes along and cleans house, kicks out the crooks. But how much has changed? Only time can tell. Tonight, the men of 506 know they don't want Joe Latimer anymore. A new man is in, with good intentions and promises he means to keep.
I shouldn't be here speaking to you tonight. It should be my brother-in-law here speaking for me, speaking for all of us. But his voice has been silenced forever, cut off by the violence and corruption that has been all too often a part of the politics of this union.
I can't help asking myself if maybe Joe Latimer meant to keep his promises 15 years ago. Do I sound cynical? Well, maybe I am.
I'm here to tell you tonight, for him, that it doesn't have to be that way anymore. I'm here to tell you that we can stand up together and say to the men that have dragged us down, your time is up.
I've seen it happen much too often. We all like stories about heroes who fight corruption and win.
We want a change, we're gonna have a change, and we're not gonna be frightened anymore.
But in the end, it isn't any one man who changes things. That kind of change can only come from the men themselves. They have their union now. Let's hope they keep it.